To renew your RN license, log on to your eLicense dashboard at elicense.ohio.gov. You will see your RN license, and off to the right of the license is an options menu. Click on that options menu and there will be a pop-up screen, and you will see the first option will be Renew. Choose Renew. That will take you into a renewal application. Please read the application instructions. At the bottom of the page, click the blue button that says Proceed to Application. The first screen is your personal information. Some fields will already have been filled in with the information from your eLicense portal account. Any field that has an asterisk is a required field. Please make sure that information is included in that field. Continue to scroll down. You will choose a language if it is not chosen already from a prior application. You click on what your languages are in the available screen and click on the arrow to the right, and they will go into the chosen screen. Any other languages that are not there, you can enter in the other language box that is below, or you can enter an N/A in that box. The next field is your zip code, and then we get to additional information. Do you have another alias? If no, enter no. If yes, enter yes. If you do have another alias, then please enter that name in the box below. Your gender, your ethnicity, the country you were born in, and which state and which city you will enter in the additional information section. In the employment status section, you will pull down on your primary employment status and choose one of the options. The next field is which of the following best describes your 5-year employment plan. Pull down on that box and choose one of the options. And then the last question is, are you currently employed outside the U.S.? And you will pull down on that box and you will choose either yes or no. Your mailing address is the next section, and it should already be entered from your data that is on your eLicense portal. If it is not, choose the blue box and enter an address. If your address is different than what is showing, click on the blue box and enter your correct address. The next section is the military service. If you have served in the military, you will want to answer yes or no in the first box. If you answer yes, that you are currently serving in the military, in the second box, you will enter the information of the branch. And then the third question, it talks about whether your spouse has served in the military, and you will again answer yes or no. And then at the end of that section, you can check the box to decline and not answer any of the questions. Once you have completed that section, you will click the blue box that says Save and Continue, and you will move to the background section. In the background check section, you will add a current employment, and you will click the brown box that says Add Employment Location. When you are in that section, you're going to enter your employer's name, the type of practice setting, your employer's address, county, and a major area of focus or specialty at that practice site. The next box is for the total hours worked at that practice per week. And then you come to a percentage of time spent per week in each of the following at this practice site. Please note that for the percentage of time, it needs to equal 100%, and every box needs to have something put into it. The next question is, do you have hospital admitting privileges for patients from this practice site? You will answer yes or no. The next question, which of the following best describes your current employment arrangement? Pull down on that box and choose the best answer. The next three questions, is this an intern or resident position? Are you employed as a federal employee, or are you accepting new patients at this practice site? Pull down on those boxes and choose the best answer for those questions. At the end of this section, you will click the blue box that says Save and Continue, and it will take you to the next section, which is questions. The first 4 questions are related to your 2025 continuing education. You will choose yes to one of the first 4 questions. The first question is, I am not required to complete CE. This is my first renewal after licensure. The second question is, if you've been licensed by Reciprocity for 1 year or less, have you completed any of your required 12 hours of CE? The third question is, have you completed any of the required 24 hours of continuing education at the time of this renewal? And the fourth question is, I'm taking my one-time waiver of the CE requirement. You will again answer yes to one of those questions and no to the other 3. The next questions that follow the CE questions are, I am a U.S. citizen and lawfully admitted into the U.S. Since your last application or renewal, have you changed or obtained a new Social Security number? What type of nursing credential qualified you for your first U.S. nursing license? What is your highest level of education? What country did you receive your entry-level nursing education? What U.S. state or territory was your initial nursing education program located? What year you were initially licensed as a nurse? In what country were you initially licensed as an RN? What is your current job status? Do you have a secondary nursing practice? Do you have a BSN? And if you are proficient in a language other than English, please select from the list below. The next question is, do you serve on a board that influences healthcare policy? And the last question is, are you associated with the U.S. Armed Forces? Then you will go into our compliance questions. By answering yes to any question in the compliance section, you are required to provide a written explanation and upload supporting documentation with the application. At the bottom of the page, you will see a blue tab that says Save and Continue. Choose that Save and Continue tab. The next section is the attachments section. In the attachment section, you will see 2 items. You will see a submissions page where you can add an attachment, and you will see an attestation. Since we chose the option that you have completed your continuing education in the questions section, you can now upload your CE documentation. If you do not have CE documentation available to upload, please go back to the questions section and change your answer to no. This submissions option will be removed. If you do have your CE documentation available to upload, please click Add Attachment and you will be able to upload your documentation here. You will attest that you will complete your continuing education for this renewal as well, and then you will choose Save and Continue. The last section is the Review and Submit section. If you have an orange box that is on one of these sections, there's an error in that section. You will need to go back and complete the error. If you have all green boxes, now your application is completed. You will need to go to the attestation section, click on the consent to an electronic signature, sign your name as it is noted on the page. Once you enter your name, you will scroll down and click Submit, and you will be prompted to pay for your renewal. In your cart, choose the license fee for your RN license. Check the box. If you have other items in your cart, as shown below, you only want to check on your license renewal if that's all that you are paying for. You will click Continue again, and it will take you to enter your payment information. Enter your payment information, and payment can be made via Visa, MasterCard, Discover, or a prepaid Visa or MasterCard. Once you complete the payment section, your license will be renewed.